Do you struggle losing tennis matches, especially when the match becomes really close, or you're constantly losing really tight points? What if I told you it has everything to do with your mentality and nothing to do with your tennis game? Everything I'm about to share with you today is very important that you understand when playing a tennis match, so make sure you stick to the end. What's up guys, Dylan back like I never left. I got this video today that I really need you guys to pay attention to. It's a different form video that I'm gonna be doing, really trying to dive into what does staying in the tension mean. And staying in the tension is such an important concept when you're playing tennis. My coach at CNU used to say this all the time, staying in the tension, stay in the tension. Now what exactly does that mean? What he's referring to when he speaks about staying in the tension is the pressure of a high level neutral rally. Often instead of staying disciplined with our shot selection and targets, we tend to feel the tension or pressure and give in and try to find a shortcut out of the point. He used to love to use the example of a sumo wrestler. Two sumo wrestlers, two big opponents, two grown men at a high level trying to push each other off balance. And that's really what a neutral rally ball is. You're trying to push the other person off balance so then you can find that advantageous situation to win the point. Now, a lot of the times we like to check out and go for winners when we shouldn't, or we just don't want to deal with that pressure in that moment. And I think it's so important to understand that you need to start embracing the pressure when you're playing tennis. Embracing that pressure and feeling like alive. This is why I'm here. This is why I want to be here. Nothing worth doing is ever easy. And why should tennis be any different? I find this especially true when talking about matches that are really coming down to the wire. Maybe it's in the tiebreaker, or maybe you're trying to go up a break, and those crucial points that are going to help you win those matches. In my last match with Mark Sandsted, if you guys haven't seen that, you can go check that link up there. I think I actually won more points than he did in the total match. The issue was I didn't win the right points, and that's just tennis for you. You have to be able to stay in the tension when it matters. So what I want to show you here is a couple points and a couple of examples of an opponent staying in the tension and the opponent completely breaking the tension and not embracing that true feeling of staying in the tension. Right before we get into these points, I wanted to give a shout out to ADVTENNIS. They have been a huge help and a good partner to me. They've provided me with grips, wristbands, dampeners, all of that. And they've provided an opportunity for my subscribers to get something for a discounted rate as well. If you guys want to use the same gear as me, I use their wristbands and their dampeners every single time I play. There's a link down in the description where you guys can get a discounted code. And if you use that link along with the discounted promo code, you guys will get a good hefty portion off of your sale. And it also helped the channel out a lot as well. So if you guys want to use the same gear as me, I use the wristbands, love the dampeners, wristbands are my favorite. Please consider using that code down below and helping the channel. It would mean a lot to me and it would mean a lot to ADVTENNIS. First, let's take a look at a bad example. A lot of the times I have trouble moving laterally to my forehand, and those are the most times where I feel pressure and check out. Here's a prime example. If you guys haven't seen this match, this is my match with Will East. He is a very talented tennis player located right now in Milwaukee. But right now we're just trading neutral balls, right? Just simple cross-court balls, just really trying to push each other off balance. Nothing too crazy here, deep forehand there. But then you'll see here, he pushes me to the side and I try to go for a drop shot. The biggest issue there is that the drop shot's not the right shot there. I need to continue to keep playing my neutral balls. But because I want to get out of this rally as quick as possible, I try to take shortcuts. No shortcuts in tennis. Now let's take a look at a good example. This point right here is the definition of just a sumo wrestler kind of point. Just both hitting heavy, deep forehands, trying to push each other off balance. And I think it's a really nice point by both of us. He comes in with the slice return, I hit him back with the slice. And right here, you're just going to see trading just forehands, just both not trying to check out, just staying consistent into the point, really trusting our strokes to go. And what you'll see is he ends up getting the advantage there by pushing me more off balance. And unfortunately, he doesn't finish the point. But just a great example of how a neutral ball can get you into that advantageous situation to win those points. Here's another really good example of just staying in the tension and really embracing that pressure. As you can see, just nothing crazy here. Just really just simple cross-court forehands. Just cross-court, waiting to find that opportunity. Really get a good one there. Now I know I can go down the line, but notice how the down the line is with a lot of margin. I'm not trying to go for a winner here. It's a nice, safe target deep into the court. I'm committed to staying in that tension, and that's the biggest thing. You need to commit to stay into these rallies, stay into this tension. It's okay to every now and then they're going to hit a winner off some crazy ball, but you need to stick to your plan. Let's take a look at some more bad examples, and I have a ton. Unfortunately, my trip to Milwaukee was filled with a lot of clutch points where I needed to perform and I had set points and I broke under the tension. You need to start feeling comfortable feeling uncomfortable. The best way that you're going to progress as a tennis player is to continue to play difficult matches that put you in uncomfortable situations so you can learn how to stay in that tension. That tension is usually filled with anxiety, maybe a little bit of doubt, but you need to learn to deal with this tension so you can adjust accordingly and win these matches. So let's take a look at some bad examples. So here what you'll see is I'm up with 2 set points here and I'm feeling pretty good. You know, it started off the point really well. And then I go down a line and rush the net and force the issue. I was not in the right position to make the volley. I just wanted to win the point as quickly as possible and I didn't want to deal with the tension. I call those rushes just kamikaze net rushes. That's what I do a lot when I'm feeling pressured. I just tend to charge the net and hope for something good to happen. And in this case, nothing good happened. Here's another example. Literally the next point, serving pretty well, hit a good first shot, but I want to rush it again and go for a drop shot when I could have easily played a ton of other balls. Could have done a cross court, stayed in that tension, maybe back to his backhand again, but I refused to stay in that tension and I hit a drop shot. And as y'all know, if you've seen that match, put the link right here again, I ended up losing that game and losing that set. Here is another example of not staying in the tension and embracing that feeling and going for shortcuts. I hate it when I go for shortcuts, yet I do it so often. And that's probably one of the biggest things about my game that I need to improve. And that's just going to come with playing more matches, more competitive matches, and feeling this pressure and embracing that. This is a point from the very next day after that Will East match. I played Mark Sanset. As many of you guys know, I blew some set points again. And what you're going to see is they're pretty much identical to what happened the day before against Will. Literally identical with the same exact mistakes. I have 2 set points. I'm returning this time, playing a pretty decent ball, go for the drop shot to try to win the point easy, and he easily passes me. Easily passes me. There were so many better opportunities there. He hit me a short ball. I should have just done what I know how to do, inside out forehands to his backhand, but instead I want to take the shortcut and I want a drop shot. I end up losing that point. This is the very next point. 1 more set point, decent return deep, have a nice shot, go inside out, and look at me again, kamikaze rushing the net. No plan, just hoping to finish this point as quickly as possible, hoping for a mistake. When you're playing at a high level, you can't hope for mistakes. People are not going to miss like they would at the 4-0, 4-5 level. Mark is a very, very solid tennis player, and he's not going to miss that backhand pass down the line. And I wasn't even in the right position to make that volley. Again, I'm kamikazing the net and not staying in the tension. And I end up losing that point. And if you guys have seen that match, I'll link it up here. I lose that set as well in the same exact fashion. These are just key examples on why staying in the tension is so important when playing tennis. So now you all have seen a couple good examples and a couple bad examples of staying in the tension and what that exactly means. Let me know down in the comments, in your words, what you think staying in the tension means and how you implement it in your tennis matches. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I'll be posting a lot of good content for you guys soon. And guys, don't forget to check out the ADVTENNIS Pro code that I left down in the description. You guys are really going to love their products, and they're going to be helping me out a lot. They're going to help you guys out a lot. It also really supports me and this channel when you guys order using that link. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.